I'm really a criminal trying not to be one, and I really stand by that. So if I gotta go to jail behind that, die behind that, or go behind that, I'm a man and I really stand on that.
More about a man accused of murder in Davenport. That suspect is a well-known songwriter in the hip-hop industry. Officers were called to Calvin Street and 13th for a domestic disturbance last Sunday. When officers got there, they found Bibbs shot. She was pronounced dead.
Today, we're diving into the eerie and unsettling case of Wilana Bibbs, a 20-year-old girl whose life was brutally cut short by her well-known songwriter boyfriend, Justin Wright. This case is truly chilling, shedding light on the darker side of the individuals we often admire. Justin Wright wasn't just any musician. He worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, including Future, 21 Savage, Timbaland, Rick Ross, Gucci Mane, DJ Khaled, Bow Wow, and many more. As if that wasn't enough, he was also mentored by R. Kelly during his teenage years. It's hard to fathom that someone with such an impressive resume could harbor such sinister tendencies. But as we'll see, sometimes the people we look up to can hide the darkest secrets beneath their polished exteriors. When Wilana got into a relationship with Justin, she thought she was dating someone trustworthy, someone who had her best interests at heart. Little did she know, beneath the surface, Justin was far more dangerous and malevolent than she could ever have imagined. What drives a person to murder their own girlfriend? What could possibly motivate someone to commit such a horrific act? In today's case, we will explore the events that led up to Wilana's chilling death and try to understand the motives behind Justin Wright's heinous actions. As we delve deeper, we'll uncover the subtle signs that something wasn't quite right in their relationship. Signs that, in hindsight, pointed to a brewing storm. The way Justin murdered Wilana is something straight out of a nightmare, almost execution style. In a single horrifying moment, he ripped her life away, leaving her family and friends shattered and heartbroken. This case is not just about a murder, it's about betrayal, hidden darkness, and the ultimate breach of trust. Wilana's story is a stark reminder that sometimes, the people who seem the most charming and successful can be hiding the most terrifying secrets. It makes us question how well we really know the people around us, especially those in the public eye. The facade of fame and success can be deceiving, masking the true nature of a person's character. As we unpack this case, we'll look at the factors that might have contributed to Justin Wright's actions. Was it jealousy, anger, a mental breakdown, or something else entirely? We'll examine the dynamics of their relationship, seeking clues in their interactions and behaviors that might explain this tragic outcome. So if you're ready to dive into this chilling case, brace yourself. This story is not for the faint of heart. It's terrifying, and it might just change the way you look at your favorite celebrities. Beneath the glitz and glamour, there can lurk a darkness that's as frightening as it is real. Without further ado, let's begin. Wilana Bibbs' story needs to be told, not just as a cautionary tale, but as a reminder of the hidden complexities in relationships and the potential dangers of ignoring red flags. This one is truly terrifying, and it underscores the importance of being vigilant, even with those we think we know and trust. Wilana Bibbs, affectionately known as Willie by her friends and family, was a young woman who radiated warmth and compassion. Born and raised in North Carolina, she grew up in a tight-knit community where her caring nature was evident from a young age. Willie was the kind of person who would go out of her way to help others, often putting their needs before her own. Her infectious smile and loving demeanor earned her many friends and admirers, making her a beloved figure in her community. Raised by her mother, Cassandra Bibbs, Willie enjoyed a close and loving relationship. Cassandra worked tirelessly to provide for her daughter, and their bond was unbreakable. They had a routine of frequent calls and check-ins, and Cassandra fondly recalls how Willie would always reach out on special occasions, highlighting their routine yet heartfelt interactions. Willie never missed an opportunity to express her gratitude and affection, reflecting the deep love and appreciation she had for her mother. As she transitioned into adulthood, Willie maintained her generous spirit. She was known for her loyalty and the genuine care she showed towards her friends and family. Her best friend described their relationship as one of mutual dependence and unwavering support. In her early 20s, Willie began dating Justin Wright, a well-known songwriter in the hip-hop industry. Wright, 31, had a reputation that preceded him. Known for his collaborations with prominent artists, Wright's musical talents were shadowed by his troubled past. Despite his professional success, Wright's personal life was marred by controversy and a history of violent behavior. His violent tendencies and controlling nature made for a toxic relationship with Willie.
Who Jay Wright is? I'm really a criminal trying not to be one. I'm so honest about it. Like I've been arrested for 26 violent felonies.
Oh my God.
All violent.
Who are you fighting?
Everyone. I love to fight. It's my favorite thing to do. That is my problem. And I'm one of those people that really stand.
You are
on
not
what
a
I
true
believe.
light-skinned person because they
Don't
don't be
not.
trying to get dirty
Listen, I
and
am
fight.
light-skinned with dark-skinned tendencies.
Okay, I got you.
I don't act nothing like anybody else that look like me.
I
like
follow
to fight.
you.
I do all bad things on accident, but it's because I stand for things though. So
Okay, I
I'ma
can see that.
I'm gonna protect my family and my friends at all costs, no matter what that means for me. And I really stand by that. So if I gotta go to jail behind that, die behind that, or kill behind that, I'm a man and I really stand on that. So
Okay.
if I gotta sit down for a little while because of it, I'm gonna sit down because of it. But I have great lawyers. Shout out to Mike Jacobs, even though he's not doing the greatest job right now. That's Dirk lawyer, that's Vaughn lawyer that got them
Yeah.
out of the shooting at Varsity, the alleged shooting, I should say.
Yeah, alleged.
So he got them out of that situation. He got me out on bond. So I can't be too sad. He's very expensive, but we
bet.
keep good lawyers. I'm not a felon. I've been arrested for 26 felonies, but I'm not a felon.
Wright's charm and industry connections initially attracted Willie, but it soon became clear that their relationship was fraught with conflict. Friends and family noticed changes in Willie, who became more withdrawn and less vibrant. The once happy and carefree young woman was now often seen grappling with the emotional turmoil brought on by Wright's controlling behavior. Despite these red flags, Willie's compassionate nature led her to believe she could help Wright change, a belief that tragically proved to be her undoing.
It's crazy to me how many people are already rich and they don't even know. Being rich is not about the amount of dollars that you accumulate. It's about how you live your life, how you treat other people, and the legacy that you leave behind after you go.
Mother's Day 2021 started like any other for the Bibbs family. Filled with love and gratitude, Willie sent her mother a heartfelt text early in the morning, expressing her appreciation and asking her to call. Later in the day, Cassandra tried to reach her daughter, but to no avail. Willie was in Davenport with Wright, ostensibly to attend a birthday party. However, the day took a dark turn. By the evening, Willie's calls went unanswered, and Cassandra's growing concern turned into a nightmare when she learned that her daughter had been found dead. Just before 1:30 p.m. on May 9th, Davenport police responded to a disturbance at the 1500 block of Calvin Street. There, they found Willie, shot and unresponsive. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
It was the morning of Mother's Day when Cassandra Bibbs got a text from her daughter.
She said, "Hey, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I love you and appreciate you for everything you do. Love, Bud, call me." And she told me to call her.
Later in the day, she gave her daughter a call and got no answer. But while at work, she noticed several missed calls.
She called me about 4 times in a row, like back to back to back to back.
Her daughter, 20-year-old Willanna Bibbs, was in Davenport with her boyfriend, 31-year-old Justin Wright. According to Willanna's mom, they were in the area for a birthday party.
That relationship they had was toxic.
Cassandra says the couple fought and Wright was controlling.
I think that he might have been just a little bit jealous of the relationship we had because we always called her, we always checked on her.
And just before 1:30 on May 9th, Davenport police responded to the 1500 block of Calvin Street for a disturbance. It was there Willanna was pronounced dead by first responders.
The news shattered Cassandra. Her worst fears had come true, and the vibrant life of her beloved daughter was cut short. The shock waves of grief reverberated through their community, leaving everyone who knew Willie in a state of profound sorrow. Willie's death shocked her community deeply, prompting swift coverage by local media outlets. The focus was on Justin Wright, a well-known songwriter in the hip-hop industry who was accused of her murder in Davenport. Reports highlighted Wright's celebrity status, past criminal history, and the serious allegations of first-degree murder that he faced for killing Anna. According to reports, officers responded to a domestic disturbance call at Calvin and 13th Street that Sunday. Upon arrival, they discovered Bibbs had been shot and tragically pronounced her dead at the scene. Wright was subsequently detained and held in Scott County Jail on a $500,000 bond. The news coverage emphasized the gravity of the charges against Wright and the profound impact of Bibb's death on the community, stirring widespread attention and concern.
We're finding out more about a man accused of murder in Davenport. That suspect is a well-known songwriter in the hip-hop industry. It's our top story tonight. Well, 31-year-old Justin Wright of Atlanta is facing first-degree murder charges. He's accused of killing 20-year-old Willanna Bibbs of North Carolina. We've learned that Wright collaborates with well-known rap artists Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Bow Wow, and Gucci Mane. He was reportedly mentored by R. Kelly as a teenager. Officers were called to Calvin Street and 13th for a domestic disturbance last Sunday. When officers got there, they found Bibbs shot. She was pronounced dead at the scene. He's being held in Scott County Jail on a $500,000 bond.
Speculation about Wright's manipulative and controlling nature began to surface. According to reports from the Neighborhood Talk, a family member claimed that Willie was trying to leave Wright, who had become increasingly controlling. They were dating, and Justin manipulated and controlled her. She was trying to leave, a family member allegedly relayed. The details of the fateful day began to emerge. The altercation reportedly took place on Mother's Day afternoon around 1:25 p.m. local time in Davenport. Authorities were called to the scene after receiving a domestic dispute call. Upon arrival, they found Willie unresponsive, having suffered a fatal gunshot wound. She was pronounced dead at the scene. In the aftermath of the incident, Justin's responses during interviews intensified the controversy surrounding him. He adamantly denied any connection to the gun found at the scene, emphasizing that it had nothing to do with him and suggesting that forensic testing would confirm this. When asked about fingerprints or his DNA on the weapon, Justin expressed uncertainty about their presence, asking for specifics on where exactly the gun had been found.
Okay, and there was a gun found inside the house.
That didn't have nothing to do with me either.
Okay, so they'll test it.
For sure.
Is there going to be any fingerprints?
Shouldn't be.
What about any of your DNA on it?
Where'd you find it? Because you could.
They just sent me a list of stuff that was
Yeah,
found.
if you tell me where you found it, I can tell you if I might have accidentally touched it or something while I was there.
After talking to you for as long as we've been talking, I think you're intelligent enough that you would remember if you touched a gun.
Well, this is the thing, like, if my mom and them have a gun in there, it's probably somewhere. So I could have been, and you haven't seen the house, so if you understand how junky the house is, like if it's in a box or something, could have touched anything anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but so I guess what you're saying is you didn't knowingly touch a gun?
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the interview, Justin seemed cautious, implying that the interviewer should remember if he had inadvertently touched the gun during their conversation. He then recounted a previous incident where he had been wrongly accused of carrying a gun. According to Justin, during a confrontation at a gas station, someone alleged he was armed, but it turned out to be his phone in his pocket. Despite surveillance footage suggesting otherwise, Justin asserted that he had never been seen with a gun and that subsequent legal proceedings had not found any evidence to support the charges against him.
Somebody just forwarded me one of the reports that Ann filed on you from down there.
Did you see all the ones I filed on her?
I didn't. They just tell.
Please tell them not to send you anything if they're not going to send the rest.
I would imagine we will request everything.
Please. And all the fake calls and fake everything that was put on me.
Yeah, because that call was from like the end of April, so it was the 27th. Just like 9. So like 2 weeks ago.
And that's what I'm telling you. That's like.
What did you end up talking to the police during that one?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago. What happened?
Nothing, because they seen she was having a schizophrenic episode and they took her to the hospital.
Okay.
That's all that happened.
Justin's explanations were aimed at clarifying misunderstandings about his criminal record and legal history, which he believed had been unfairly used against him in public discourse. His assertions underscored his stance that the allegations were baseless and that he had been unjustly targeted due to misconceptions and faulty evidence.
Is there any reason that it seems like she likes to say that you have a gun?
That's Ann's favorite thing to say, because when she found out my criminal record, that was one of the things, like, people accuse. Like, I told her about the time I got into a fight out by Americana, and the guy was, like, with his girlfriend at the gas station, and he said I had a gun. It was really my phone in my pocket. I got charged with a gun. Right.
Really?
Right. Davenport. That's why I said, you guys don't always get it right. So
I can tell you that if I try to take that case anywhere now,
right,
it's not even worth our time.
They found,
how do you prove it?
They never was seen on camera with a gun. They found me in Americana, like, waiting on my friend to come downstairs. I was parked at his house when the police came, and the guy said I had a gun. They checked me. All I had was a big ass, like, at the time, like an Android phone in my pocket. So on the video from the gas station, they tried to say it was a gun in my pocket on the camera. That's how they charged me. Never found me with a gun. Never had a gun. But I got a gun charged from me. So Ann knows that. So that's Ann's favorite thing to say.
As the controversy continued to unfold, public opinion remained divided, with some supporting Justin's claims of innocence, while others questioned the credibility of his statements. The case highlighted broader issues of perception versus reality in legal matters, and underscored the challenges of navigating public scrutiny in high-profile criminal cases. Amid ongoing investigations and legal proceedings, the community and the victim's family sought clarity and justice, grappling with the complexities of the case and the profound loss they had endured. Justin's insistence on his innocence further fueled debates about accountability and fairness within the justice system, leaving lasting implications for all those involved in the tragic events. In the wake of her tragic death, those who loved Willie came together to remember her for the incredible person she was. Her best friend gave a heartfelt tribute, capturing the essence of Willie's spirit. We always found our way back to each other, always. We would argue and block each other. We wouldn't talk for weeks, but somehow she needed me, or I needed her, and we were the first ones to call either way. And that's real loyalty. I've never had a friend like my best friend. It's not even like that. The friend continued, I'll never ever forget her, and I'll never let her go. That's why this means so much. She would have gone way harder. She would have found whoever did this to me, and that was vice versa. She would have made a way. She's always made a way, and that's for everybody who's standing here now. They know Willie will find a way to you. She will make it whether she has to come out of pocket, whether she has to drive for hours. No, man, if she has to fly to you, she gonna fly. It doesn't matter. Willie loved everybody so hard they cared for her so. She cared for everybody so much, so hard, and I think that's why she was in the situation she was in. Some people try to make it her fault. It's not her fault. She was blessed with such a pure heart. Another close friend shared similar sentiments.
She's always made a way, and that's for everybody who's standing here now. They know Willie will find a way to you. She will make it, whether she got to come out of pocket, whether she got to drive for hours. No matter if she got to fly to you, she gonna fly. It don't matter. Willie loved everybody so hard. They cared for her so. She cared for everybody so much. It's so hard.
The tragic death of Willana Bibbs is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of domestic violence and control. Her story is one of love, loyalty, and an unyielding spirit, tragically cut short by the very person she believed she could help. As her community mourns her loss, they also celebrate the life of a young woman who touched the hearts of everyone she met. Willie's legacy is a testament to her kindness, compassion, and the deep love she had for those around her. So, do you think the charges against Justin were fair? Should he have faced harsher charges? The death penalty? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.